Alright, so today I thought about cutting down this big tree before the septic system gets put in, because once that drain field gets put in, that drain field will definitely not be safe with this tree. So let's see, it is leaning that direction. So that is the biggest diameter of a tree that I have cut down so far. That took a bit of work. Alright, so that was definitely the largest tree that I've cut down yet. This was a large cedar tree, and I used the 20-inch Vevor chainsaw. This one actually works really well. I've cut down over 30 trees with it so far, this one being the biggest one. This one definitely took the most work and the most time to do. I've been out here for a little while. Now I got a bit of cleanup to do, and then I got to mulch and chip all of this. But pretty much that's all I've been doing for the last couple of days. I'm cutting down a lot of trees. I cut down a bunch of trees over in the tree line. And I wanted to get this down before the septic system gets placed because the drain field's going to be over here. I definitely don't want the roots and stuff growing into the drain field. But anyway, if you're looking for a really good chainsaw, it's on the budget side. I want to say this was like $100, somewhere around there. Works really well, actually. This one's the 20-inch. They have a from 12-inch all the way up to, I think, 22. But I think some of the bad ratings are user error because I haven't had any issues with it. It starts the first time, every time. I even started it up several times doing this tree. And yeah, I mean, it worked really, really well. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. Other than that, that's pretty much all I'm doing on the homestead, getting some trees cut down while there's no rain. We should have the septic system here this next week, at least that's what they said. Hopefully the power too. Definitely looks a lot different having that tree gone. Alright, so yesterday we got the tree all cut down. So it sounds like they're doing the monthly tsunami warning things, because I do live in a coastal range that is prone to tsunamis, or it's always a chance of it anyway. So once a month they do the sirens. You can barely even hear the actual message that they give all the way up here. You got to be in town for the most part, but I can always hear the doo-doo-doo-doo thing in the beginning. Anyway, yesterday we got the tree all cut down. I didn't get everything filmed. I got everything cleaned up though. I got all the brush into a pile. Got all the logs pretty much stacked up. A lot of these logs were way too heavy for me to even pick up. I had to roll them and then tip them over. I lost one log over into one of the septic holes. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to pull that out of it because it was one of the bigger, heavier ones. But today I thought that I would I'd talk about a little bit of things and a couple updates. So I got an email that the septic system is scheduled for Wednesday, which is in a couple days from now. And I wanted to get this done before the septic system because I don't want roots and stuff growing into the septic system. And this is a big, aggressive tree. It was a big cedar tree. But we got the cedar tree down. It's a shame that I didn't have a sawmill where I could actually do some lumber with some of it. But we're going to have some really good firewood for sure. And maybe some of the other trees, I'll get a sawmill for some of those eventually. I've also cut down over 20 trees over here of the alders and stuff, and I've got a lot of logs piled. I got a lot of logs everywhere that I need to split, stack, all that stuff. The weather hasn't really been too kind. The last few days though, it has been a lot better, so I've been able to do some of this stuff. So I thought I would do a quick update for the things that have been going on, plus the plans for this week. Now, another pro of getting this tree cut down now is that it does offer a lot more sun to get to that top pad, which is where a lot of my garden stuff's going to be. And I'm still working on getting a lot of the trees over there done too, but slowly we're getting there. At least according to AI, because I fed it some pictures of like the rings and all that stuff. I didn't really want to count all that, but this tree was probably estimated about 60 years old. So it wasn't a really old one, but it was still an older tree on the property. Definitely would have made some nice lumber. And then I don't know if I'm going to get to it today because that greenhouse is probably going to take me all day. But I need to get all this stuff cleaned up and chipped up. It's probably going to be in the next day or two for that. Looks like spiders went to town since last night. I see webs all over the place. Anyway, until the next video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.